The east side of Bay County remains crippled this afternoon with a blanket of ice. It is keeping many people in their homes and forcing businesses to shut down for the day. News Channel 7's Cameron Taylor is live in Panama City near the Tarpon Dock Bridge with more on conditions there. Cameron.
Well, Donna, I'm down here at the Tarpon Dock Bridge off Beach Drive, and as you can see, this bridge is completely covered in ice. Officials decided to close it for safety reasons. Now, I did catch up with the Deputy Chief of Bay County's Emergency Operations Center, and he tells me they are partially activated at this point at level 2. And basically what that means is they are watching over temperatures, precipitation levels, and power outages in the area. He says they did prepare for the worst last night by having staff stay overnight and having the shelters open. He says a little more would have to happen today in order for them to be fully activated.
If we had a major event like this and where we had ice, an ice storm, so to speak, where we had power outages, that would be considered a major event and would likely take us to a level 1.
Now, I'm told temperatures will continue to be freezing and below freezing for most of the day. Monroe tells me he is working with FHP and DOT officials for road closures and for EMS logistics. So basically, the main message officials are telling us this afternoon is for you to stay off the roads and stay at home. We'll continue to have more coverage tonight on News Channel 7 at 5 and 6. Joe and Donna.
All right, thank you very much, Cameron.
Improvements. Springfield was one of the hardest hit local communities by today's flooding. There were a lot of roads affected and some houses threatened. News Channel 7's Adam Klotz joins us live from Harlem Avenue. And Adam, the high water affected more than just drivers.
Nisa, I've spent the entire day in Springfield. It's nice that the rain has finally stopped. A lot of locations, the water is beginning to recede. One spot where we're still seeing a lot of standing water is here on Harlem Avenue. You can tell entire road underwater. This is still closed. It's what a lot of areas saw today. And with this, it kept a lot of folks in their house all day long. Jason Henderson typically spends his Wednesdays at work, but on this day, all he could do was sit in his living room and watch the floodwaters rise.
I'd be at work. I'd be working. Absolutely, I'd be at work. But the water's not going to allow that today, I guess.
Ralph Morgan is another Springfield resident who sat stunned watching the rising waters.
Early this morning when it started raining, it rained so heavy, and it came up real quick like, and it's just starting to recede now.
Even with all this water still behind me, the floodwaters are actually receding. Just at 9 o'clock this morning, you can see this line. Water's way further up the hill, putting a lot more homes in danger.
The water damage is very unforgiving. So, I mean, once it damages something, it gets inside of anything, whether it's carpet, electronics, clothes, whatever, it's pretty much trash.
Springfield officials visited Henderson, delivering sandbags to his front door. Fortunately, water never made it through the doorway. He just hopes it never gets this close again.
I had a chance to speak with one of the city guys this morning from Springfield, and he did say that we're going to dig a trench or a ditch in the back to hopefully give a runoff to some of this water.
Water is still rushing over the street here on Harlem Avenue. It's a good example that the roads still can be a little bit dangerous, even though widely here in Springfield we're seeing more and more clear roads. So the good news is, Nisa, we're heading in the right direction.
That is good news. Thanks, Adam. Adam Klotz reporting live from Springfield. Springfield Mayor Ralph Hammond went with city crews today, delivering sandbags to the homeowners.
Live from WJHG in high definition, this is News Channel 7 at 10. Coverage you can count on.
We are back. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Marasco.
And I'm Nisa Wilkins. Welcome to News Channel 7, this special edition of News Channel 7 at 10.
That's right. Democratic candidate Gwen Graham has won the District 2 congressional seat against incumbent Steve Sutherland. We just talked about that. News Channel 7's Christina Peffer joins us live in Tallahassee with more. And Christina, I'm sure, pretty excited over there this evening.
That's right, Ron. As you can see me, a lot of Gwen Graham supporters dancing behind me. When they found out that Gwen Graham did win District 2 seat, they were jumping out of their seats with excitement. Like I said earlier, just like you can see behind me. Gwen Graham was actually not here when they announced that she had won. She came about 30 minutes later. Her father, former Governor Bob Graham, gave a speech about how excited he was for his daughter to go into Congress. She then thanked all of her supporters along with her family and friends, and she even told her supporters here that Congressman Steve Sutherland even gave her a call after she won. So right now, just a lot of excitement, a lot of celebration. She just really wants to bring a lot to Washington, D.C. and do it the North Florida way.
like they got a great band there,
I know.
too.
Do you see some of those moves going on in the background
really.
there? Wow.
I can see you do that.
Gwen Graham is the first woman to win the District 2 seat tonight.
Well, let's get into some of the state results. There are a number of very hotly contested races in Florida, including the governor's race, which polls had shown was too close to call. However, Governor Scott has been declared the winner. He will hold on to his seat. Here's a look at those results and talk about close.
There it is.
There it is.
Rick Scott.
Pulling out with 48% over 47% with Democrat Charlie Crist, who was one-time Republican governor and then independent and then turned Democrat.
Democratic governor, right. They thought this race may be headed for a recount. Probably not with that margin right there. That's 100,000 votes. So
Yeah.
Rick Scott returning to Tallahassee, four more years. All right, well, the Attorney General's race has been a contentious one. Republican incumbent Pam Bondi looking to hold on to her seat. She faced opposition from Democrat George Sheldon and Libertarian Bill Wolsifer, and that race looks like this. Pam Bondi, 55% of the vote. George Sheldon, 42% of the vote. So she wins pretty handily.
She will serve another 4 years. Now, the race for Florida's chief financial officer goes to Jeff Atwater for 4 more years. Republican Atwater beat Democratic challenger William Rankin by, looks like 49% of the vote there.
Yeah, 59 to 41, good. And the numbers are coming in for the Florida Commissioner of Agriculture race. Republican Adam Putnam, who is the incumbent, easily beating Democrat Thaddeus Hamilton, 59 to 41%. Again, wins pretty handily.
Well, the race for the District 2 congressional race, which has had its share of negative ads, was a really close one. Incumbent Steve Sutherland, a Panama City business owner, up against a Democrat Gwen Graham, we just saw, daughter of former Governor Bob Graham. Graham has been declared the winner, as we said, in a very close race. News Channel 7's Carly Hilliard joins us live from Steve Sutherland's headquarters at the Edgewater Beach Resort. Carly?
Ron and Nisa, of course, there was some disappointment tonight, but every volunteer, campaign worker, and of course, Representative Sutherland himself all said that they are proud of the work that they have done on this campaign.
Yeah, oh, we are, and tonight to express my thanks and appreciation to the people of Florida's 2nd Congressional District for bestowing upon me one of the greatest honors of my life, and to be able to express my thanks to our supporters and our team, our congressional team, and our campaign team. I wanted them to know how much I appreciate their help and appreciate this experience.
Absolutely. And Representative Sutherland, you've had 4 successful years here in Congress. How do you hope to finish out your next few months strong?
Well, we you know, in my communications with Gwen Graham, I told her that we will be very, cooperative in how we handle things. We want to hand off our casework because we don't want anybody to fall between the cracks. We want to make sure that there's a smooth transition, and then we will close out things, and then we'll look to the future for us. When God closes one door, He always opens another one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Ron and Nisa, back to you in the studio.
Very humble in the loss there. Of course, he served 2 terms, did not get to seek a third, or sought a 3rd term, but was not reelected. Well, a very close race to say the least. Lots of attack ads in that one. Graham comes away with the win.
Well, moving on to Amendment 2, dealing with medical marijuana, it fails. It needed 60% to win, didn't quite make it. We will have a whole lot more on this coming up a little later.
58 to 42%. Well, Amendment 1 has passed easily. This is the amendment that says 33% of net revenue from the excise tax levied on documents must be set aside for the Land Acquisition Trust Fund. 75% to 25%. Wow. Look at that. About 28 or 2.8 million votes, the difference in that one. Now, this fund is designed to manage and restore natural systems and to enhance public access and recreational use of conservation lands. Currently, right now, those funds are set aside by the legislature. So this will automatically set them aside.
And Amendment 3 deals with judicial appointments. It would require the governor to fill certain judicial vacancies on the Florida Supreme Court or District Court of Appeals. Prospective appointments means the outgoing governor would make the appointments rather than the incoming governor. And Floridians have rejected those. Here's the look at those numbers. 48%, 52% against, 48% for, with 95% of the precincts end.
That's right. Goes down to defeat. In the race for the District 5 state representative seat, this is the seat Republican Marty Coley of Marianna is vacating. Former Representative Brad Drake leads Libertarian. Actually, he beat Libertarian candidate Karen Schoen in a big way, 76 to 24%. Wow, difference of about 27,000 votes there, 100% of the precincts reporting. He will go on to take that seat and will once again return to Tallahassee. In the District 1 congressional race, 3 different candidates vying for that seat. Republican Jeff Miller, the incumbent, he easily defeated Democratic challenger Jim Bryan. That's 70 to 23%. Wow, big margin of error, or big margin of victory there. Non-party affiliated Mark Witcham checked in with 6% of the vote. District 1 encompasses Escambia, Holmes, and Santa Rosa counties, also parts of Okaloosa and Walton counties.
And in the District 6 state representative race, this is the seat Jimmy Patronis is vacating. 3 candidates vying for that seat. Republican Jay Trumbull declared the winner early on tonight. He was up against Democrat Jamie Shepherd and Green Party candidate Henry Lawrence III. News Channel 77's Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the Edgewater Beach Resort with more on this race. Tiffany.
Trumbull is so excited. He was here with his family, friends, and dozens of supporters here at Edgewater. He started campaigning earlier today at the Hathaway Bridge, and then he hit the phones. But then after that, it was a big celebration here at Edgewater. One of his main goals is to help and improve Northwest Florida's economy. He says bringing more jobs is very important to him. He also wants to give small businesses the opportunity to grow. And he says he wants to continue pushing and improving education. He says this is something that he's going to continue improving in the next few weeks and in the next few months.
No, it's extremely exciting. It's humbling, but it's very exciting. I mean, to see all these people out behind us, to have the amount of support that we have throughout the whole campaign, it's just been phenomenal. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am that people came out and put the faith in me that I'm able to pursue this job.
Trumbull raised more than $300,000 in his campaign, and he says all of it was worth it, and he hopes to have made his hometown proud.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. Now, Trumbull has some big shoes to fill. He is following Jimmy Patronis. House District 6 covers the southern portion of Bay County and includes Panama City Beach, Callaway, Lynn Haven, and Tyndall Air Force Base.
Democrat Jamie Shepherd lost that race, and it wasn't close. She was handily defeated by Jay Trumbull. You saw the numbers there. Meg Rose is at the Bay County Supervisor of Elections office and joins us now to talk about that race. Meg.
Ron, the Supervisor of Elections office saw quite the turnout today. Mark Anderson said over 50% of voters cast their ballot here in Bay County. Earlier tonight, I was at one of the candidates' watch parties to see how things were going as the ballots were rallying in. And unfortunately, Democrat Jamie Shepherd had a sizable loss against Jay Trumbull for Florida State House District 6. But earlier at our watch party, friends and voters gathered around her in support as they anxiously awaited for the results. Despite her loss, Shepherd says she supports Trumbull 100% and knows he's going to take Bay County in the right direction.
I want Bay County to continue moving forward. We're going down a very positive path and having our businesses work with education to help bring new jobs and to grow new businesses in Bay County. That's how we're going to get ahead.
Supervisor of Elections Mark Anderson says something that's not new but could be improved on for next year's election is to make sure that people have updated their addresses and know where their precincts are before Election Day. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Meg. It looks like they closed the doors there and locked up.
Yeah, she was outside. Hopefully she was warm enough. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us for more election coverage.
Gulf and Franklin counties coming up.